In this video, I want to talk specifically about the feel of a jazz waltz. We're going to be focused on the tune Someday My Prince Will Come, kind of like the Miles Davis version. Mostly what we're concerned with is what the left hand does in order to create that great jazz waltz feel. It's not that obvious, so we're going to listen to a recording that I did with a bass and drums backing track just to get an idea of the feel, and then we'll dive into some sheet music and be very specific about what we should do with our left hand and the right hand as well. Jazz waltz is really all about feel, and I hope you got an idea from that recording how to approach it. Let's be a little more specific about what we're talking about. I've put some sheet music together, and I'll put a link to this sheet music at the end of the tutorial so that you can download it for free, and it will really help you get a sense of what to do with your hands in order to capture that feel. Take a look at the left hand specifically. We've got a dotted quarter and another dotted quarter. So we're dividing the bar in half. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Make sure that the accent is on the and. And what you're doing is you're kind of arpeggiating the left hand voicing. So if we played the first 2 bars, it's 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Making sure that the chord is filled out with the second half of the bar. And then you'll notice on bar 3, we're doing something a little bit different by playing eighth notes. Now those are swing eighth notes like this. And it's a good idea to do that because that chord is very hard to reach with your hand, E flat to G. It's like a 10th. Arpeggiating the chord is nice, adding those eighth notes, and swing feel is even nicer. And then the next bar is just a dotted half note. So what we're doing is we're mixing up the rhythms. Mainly the feel though is on the and of 2. So let's play it along with the right hand. And then when we get to the second line, we're going to do 3 bars of dotted quarter notes, starting here, 1, 2, and 3. So left hand is like this, and make sure that you're arpeggiating the chords with like shell voicing. So the root and the 7th, or the root, the 3rd, and the 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. And you could arpeggiate this last one here, or you can play it all together. Completely up to you. So let's play that. Okay, I've scrolled down a little bit to the next line. Again, you're going to see 3 bars of these dotted quarter notes, and then the last bar. And then the last bar again is a dotted half note. So let's play that. An interesting thing about the next line is this last chord, we're going to use a tritone substitution, B7, sharp 11 instead of F7. So that line goes like this. And then it repeats the A section. I also wanted to take you down to the last 4 bars. The form of the tune is A, B, A, C, so the last 4 bars are different than the first B section. Also, I wanted to point out that those 4 bars is 1, 6, 2, 5, which is a great way to practice this feel. So what I like to do is 1, 6, 2, 5 in a couple of different keys, but let's do it in B flat. And what we want to do is get that dotted quarter to dotted quarter feel. And then specifically the last 4 bars of the tune as they are in the arrangement, this last chord is a tritone substitution of F7. So let's play it. I encourage you to download this sheet music because there's a lot of information in here about the feel and obviously the chord voicings. The link to download it is up here in the corner. All you need is an email address and it's yours. I've also put it in the description below. And if you have any questions or comments about the content of this video, please put them in the comment section below. It really helps us here at the channel. A thumbs up and subscribing is also a good idea. If you're looking for other tutorials about swing waltz, I have a few of them on this channel. You might want to check out this one next.